I'd almost call the end of the Classics has got two peaks. You got the first peak with Flanders. It's the end of the Belgian style of Classics. And I think we put a really good show in there. We rode really well as a team, and a lot of us have been here from the beginning of GreenEDGE, and we started off with a younger core, and we've started to realise that it's time for us to step up and show ourselves.
Going into the race, I kind of know how it goes. I know the rundown of how it's raced and things like that, and certain sections you need to be important and certain sections you need to not panic on and all this sort of stuff. So yeah, leading into the weekend, to take away from last weekend as well, was like, look, I can race for 7 hours, and this is a massive race. I want to go further and deeper into the race than I ever have before.
I just watched that last year's backstage the other day, and it's quite emotional, and to see it like that. This year is different. I feel different. It's a different way of going into the race. This year I feel a little bit more relaxed in the team, and the preparation's been good, and I think the form's there, just having to string it together.
There's just something extra with this race. There's something deep inside that you have a connection with it, and everyone has their own race that they connect with, but I feel the same that Matt felt with that emotion last year is the same emotion that I have coming to this race every year. It's the top of the mountain. This is the pinnacle, and win, lose or draw, you're just going to give everything out there, and it's an exciting feeling, and it's also scary because you're like, after Sunday, it's all over again.
Yeah, maybe I can just look to save a little bit more energy and use the guys a little bit more early on in the race. I mean, I've often spent my time working for other people, and I guess it puts a bit of pressure on you if you have guys working for you that you kind of need to finish it off, and by kind of not letting them help, it's kind of like taking the pressure off. So yeah, I guess I just have to rely on them a bit more, which is something that I'm not used to, relying on other people. So yeah, that's probably one thing I'd take away from Flanders, is just the guys really want to help you, and they, happy to do the job, and just take that, and don't tell them every time, no, it's all right, I'll do it, or I'll get it, or it's fine. They're there to help, and they want to see us. Yeah, I think they want to see me and the other guys do well.
It's pretty crazy emotion on that velodrome. That's the psychological side of things is just amazing. I can't explain that to someone. Anyone who I speak to, or anyone who's done Roubaix and come to the velodrome, you all see each other afterwards or the week after, and you speak about it. Whoever it is, other team, a guy you might have had a fight with somewhere, you're just like best mates on that velodrome. It's like a war, and then suddenly it's all over. It's like, whoa, we made it. It's really a feeling of we made it. But then I think once all that wears off and you're on the bus or maybe on the flight on the way home, things start to kick in. You're like, oh, geez, my hands are a bit sore, and geez, my back's a bit blown out. And then the next few days it's an up and down process. When you're thinking about the race, nothing really hurts. But when it gets quiet and you're just thinking about your body, then you really feel all the aches and pains.
You rarely get ridden off the wheel on the flat, and that's what happens in Roubaix. You're sitting in the wheels, and all of a sudden you're bike length away, 2 bike lengths, 3 bike lengths, and then it's all over, and you're sort of looking down at yourself going, I'm giving it absolutely everything, and they're going away. So to have that amount of shock on your body, it's pretty horrendous, actually.
It's a long, slow kind of death. There's so many people talk about different ways of how much energy you've got, and you slowly run out of it. It's almost the ability to, if you are feeling good and you do have good legs, not to use them and save them, because it will come round, and you have to you definitely have to be sparing with any energy that you have. That last 150 metres, 100 metres into every section, when guys are just passing you, and if you can't react to that and go with them, and you start just thinking, oh, I'll be right here, already then that there's a reason why you want to just wait. It's because you're running out of legs.
Your arms are lactic, your back's already sore, and your shoulders and your neck, and then all of a sudden all those 5-6 sectors that you did before that, where you thought you were coasting, kick in. And actually that's when the race really does sort the men from the boys, I think, because the guys who don't love this race, they're like, I've had enough of this, I'm out. But the guys who love it go, right, bring it on. I'm hurting, but I know other guys are hurting, and I can hurt more than them. And it's a full body and mind thing. It's you hit a hard stone, and it almost feels like it stops you dead, and you got to push through it. And then you hit you tend to hit a run of hard stones. You're like, oh, bang, 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 and you're like, oh, I got to keep pushing, and then all of a sudden you get the momentum back, and you're like, oh, all right, I'm on top again. And then you get through that sector, and all of a sudden you're on the next bloody sector.
Probably not many guys in the peloton who've ridden Roubaix this many times. He was telling me about a story today out the ride that he got dropped 80k from the line solo. So he was last man on the road in probably 120th position, and just rode as hard as he could to stay within time limit, 80k alone. You know, like, that just takes a special type of character to do that. So he's always given it 100%. I'm really hoping that we can pull off a good result on the weekend, and yeah, I'm hoping Matty's on some sweet form and has a little bit better luck than last year, and he gets the result he deserves.
That would be a dream come true, to roll in the velodrome and just go, you know, Mathew Hayman finish right up there on the podium. You'd just be like, goosebumps on goosebumps. And the last, well, it's only a lap and a bit, but the last lap and a bit would just be like, just cruising.
I guess the best way is for me to go in confident that I'm going to do my best. I'm going to make good decisions. I know how to ride the race, and to back myself to have a go, and not. There was a few times in Flanders that I doubted what I would be doing. Like, should I be going with this move or not? And just removing those doubts and backing every decision that you make. And there's plenty, afterwards you can decide whether it was good or bad. But when you're riding like that, I think you can get the best possible. And as long as I do my best all day, I don't think it can put a top 5, top 10, top 20, it can be 50th, or it could be, but a podium for me would be massive in this race.